Alright guys, welcome back to more Guild Wars 2. This is a bit later in the game with my other character. He's standing at Butcher's Block Waypoint. Right next to a place that holds Meat Oberfest is in full swing, so there's probably fireworks off somewhere. Or maybe they've already gone off, I don't know, but fireworks start going off. There's some wolves that don't want it. They killed a deer. How dare they kill a deer? But I'll show you the map. This is the area that I have explored. You can see kind of where it turns into, from like an actual map like this, it turns into unexplored areas, which are kind of just gently like oil brush painting or something like that. But you can see where I've explored. I went into this place because it's right off of like a beginning area. This is actually the last area you go to over here before you run all the way back to this side. But I went in here and I'm like, why is everything level 50? I look at the map and apparently this is a level 50 to 60 area, so I backed out of that pretty quick. But you can... yeah, there goes the fireworks in the background. Points contested. That point's always contested. But you can see just where I've explored. This is your main city for the... I've completely forgotten what I'm called now. But this is the main city, the Black Citadel. This is the very beginning newbie area. You can see the level 2 stuff, and then you kind of expand out in a thisward direction. Basically what I do when I first go into an area is I kind of follow the hearts. I go from heart to heart to heart, and then along the way I'll just grab whatever vista or you know, unexplored locale. I'll go to each of those that are on the way, and then once I hit a point where I need some more levels before I can do more hearts, I'll just go back, explore more of these areas, or do some crafting. Crafting's actually gained me probably 4 or 5 levels so far. Your fireworks are a little low there. But there's your fireworks. Alright, we'll head over here. So I want to see, eliminate the dredge and their machinery. So let's head toward this heart over here. By the way, that is a random area event, or world event I should say, as they're called. So they'll pop up when you're nearby something that's going on. There also appears to be a dredge assault nearby. Oops. That's not what I meant to do, but whatever, it worked perfectly fine. So this is a Guardian, so he's got a lot of buffs, and for my purposes explicitly. He has a lot of things that do AoE damage. I also have auto loot on, so I can just push F and it happens. There's another dude there. Players are in blue, allies are in green, such as that. Players' names will show up if you're nearby. And enemies are red. You can hold control, and it will show nearby creatures and stuff like that. Or you can hold Alt. I think it's Alt. Is it Alt, or is it Control? Could have swore it was Alt that caused items to appear, as that branch just fell from the skies or something there. I don't know what's going on. But there's a dredge assault somewhere. It's that way, it looks like. How do I get over there? I don't know, let's murder this guy. So what I've got going is I've got a one-handed sword along with a shield. This allows me to essentially just keep from dying quite as much. There's also achievements that gain you experience, which is pretty cool. Everything gains you experience. There's a rat. Let's kill it. I've noticed... he's still singing. There's a lot of places, and me and this guy have now decided to cooperate. I don't know what that is. Someone just built something. This is what I mean when people just start cooperating. You just find people, they're doing what you're doing, and you start helping each other. It's a fairly simple process. We're not partied, we're probably never going to be partied, but we're going to run around together and mass murder everything. There goes him. It appears the dredge assault is over in that direction. I'd like to murder this guy sometime in this century. So I have a skill that teleports me, that's that flashing thing you keep seeing. I don't want to deal with him right now. Let him deal with that. I want to head towards this world event that's over here. Assuming it's in this direction. I've never actually been in this area, so I don't know. Now, one thing you want to... oops, I stopped that earlier. One thing you want to keep in mind is you don't have to necessarily aim your attacks as you do in, say, Terra or something. But you do have to worry about range. There's a boulder there I can pick up. You need to worry about range, your cone, stuff like that, where your character's pointing, because they will periodically just shoot off in a direction you're pointing for whatever reason. This causes blind, I think? Teleport? Yeah, it causes blind, so I just tend to use that even if I'm next to people, just because, quite frankly, it's helpful. This guy's murdering me. Let's blind him. I think they're immune to blind. Yeah, immune to blind. I probably should have just read that to begin with, but I can heal regardless. Pop. There you go. Every class has a heal. For this specific purpose, I have actually two heals, two different heals. The one, excuse me, that I just used is actually more powerful. If I could kill you. Is the Dredge Assault still going? I don't know, but this appears to just loop around. There's a skill point. You gain skill points by certain levels, Sonic Cannon, or doing those skill points doohicker things is ouch. Was that necessary? I probably have to dodge out of the way of that. Yeah. Alright. Learning process, people, learning process. There we go. Or by doing those skill point bonus things. Usually you either, there's a bunch of enemies around it that you have to clear out, and then you have to just use it. I appear to be missing. That's the problem I've noticed with constructions like that. You tend to miss a lot for whatever reason. I have yet to figure out why you tend to miss a lot, but I think it's just because the hitbox is in such a weird spot sometimes. But, or you have to fight a specific enemy, which generally is very large, and they'll trigger a world event that other people can go help you with. This douchebag appears to be shooting me in the back. How rude. Also, that shield smash thing, Shield of Judgment, gives me a boost, as well as any other allies that are in the cone of effect there. And it hurts enemies. I also have this, which I don't use a lot, but it'll block projectiles, as you saw there. Good if you're being bombarded, say, in World vs. World or something, which is actually probably what I'm going to show off soon here. But it appears as you go farther into the game, you get higher levels. Also, my weapon is super weak. Let me show you the other weapon I have. This is the other weapon I have. It's a greatsword. So, for instance, in this weapon, I can do a little spin. I can mark the ground with a defensive thing that does damage to enemies. I have Blinding Blade, which will cause blind, and then has a second swing. I don't know what the second swing does. Or I can leap at enemies, which also causes blind, which is fantastic. And then these skills are just what I've placed on my character. This one's a teleport that burns foes. That was a sword I can summon. Which you can see there. These cocktails, I could probably pick these up and throw them at those to do that. Well, it did a little bit of damage. We'll roll with it. My sword will help me out. I can also instantly destroy the sword in order to do damage in areas like that, which is pretty cool. I also have unlocked if I pop it up, a bow here, which will cure conditions on me and allies. I can also cause it to shoot the area around it. Some rocks falling there. Which will cause it to... There's the dredge. Dredge is out there, apparently. Interesting. Which will cause it to heal anyone that's in the area with a volley of magical arrowness and stuff like that, which is pretty sweet. Let's see if I can go find this dredge before I wander off into World vs. World. Sorry, I had a little sneeze there. Was it necessary to shoot me, good sire? So with the two-handed sword, what I like to do is I like to just trigger all of my AoEs at the start, because I don't have a shield, which leaves me a little bit less defended. I would like to get around you without fighting you, good sir. No, I saw him doing a buff there. So there's probably a metric crap ton of people out here following this thing around. There usually is. Log segments completed, 2 out of 10. There's a dude, there's another dude, there's an NPC. There's a pulse cannon. There's a bunch of dead Iron Legion soldiers, which is always a good sign. Do we have to just blow these walls up? Is that what we're doing? Or are we completing the walls? I don't know. Let's kill this pulse cannon, because it appears to be trying to murder people. NPCs can die. They'll revive each other as they move along. I think after a while they'll automatically revive as well. Looks like we're keeping them from building wall pieces is what we're doing. Stop that, you fool! It's fine by me. 62% dredge resolve. So it looks like we're fighting here until we kill enough of them for their morale to sink low enough, basically. So I'm just gonna murder this guy with my two-handed sword, which is much more powerful than my one-handed sword. I actually like its skills better as well. I'm thinking of grabbing the mace that I had at the beginning of the game back, because it also has a little AoE defensive thing that I can use, which is pretty sweet. Why is he immune? Oh, he must be immune to the blind. That must be what he's immune to. So you can see a bunch of people just start gathering around and working together on these things. We should probably revive this guy, just for the sake of it. Just any player can be revived by any other player. Any class can heal themselves some way or another. It's not really, you don't really need a healer dependent class, but having someone who can heal will obviously make stuff a little bit easier. Also, this is helping my area quest, that heart there, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like how the world things are actually built to assist with the area quests, which is pretty cool. Let's pick up some loot while we're here. Couldn't hurt. Small miner's bag has some stuff in it if I open it. I can sort through my freaking inventory here. I have 2 small miner's bags. Some thin leather strips. Thin leather strips. Those are probably for crafting or something. I also got a copper doubloon. There's a few problems I've noticed where the camera just kind of has a small seizure and doesn't know what to do. But just alright. There's a few points where it'll literally just detach from your character. Like if you get too close to a wall or a barrier or something, it'll just detach for whatever reason. As you do these world events, by the way, they get harder and harder until the very, the last couple seconds of it or whatever. Sometimes they can get ridiculously difficult. It's just crazy. Let's burn everything. Burn! Burn, bitches, burn. Let's, don't talk to him. I want to revive this guy. There you go. The more people you have reviving any given time, the faster the revival would go, as one might expect. But this is why I like the game, because stuff like this happens. So even if for instance, I'm not in a guild, even if I can't find someone to play with, or, people don't want to party, got some sort of... got a hero notification there for some reason. I can still go to these world events, people running around. Most of the time they're willing to chat. I can't be bothered to type anything out right now. My nose friggin' itches. That was a speed boost if you run through that, by the way. Kinda handy to have someone who can use that ability, or an ability like it. I think if I have a staff I can use an ability like it. But regardless. Get over here. I can just, walk over to a world event, find some people who are mass murdering, and then just kind of follow around, because usually after a world event, a few of those people will just... Iron Legion soldier. Will just continue on to other quests or find other world events. You can kind of just walk around with the same group for quite a while. Also, I believe world events scale with the number of players that you have. What's going on over here? That dude's killing someone. So just so you know, I believe it scales, so if you get, 100 people doing this quest right here, you could probably have a pretty crazy event going on. There's an Iron Legion engineer instead. These NPCs, by the way, tend to not have... and the event's over. So there you go. There's our rewards: 650 experience, 94 karma, and 47 copper. Yay! You just went over there and destroyed everything. Good job. Retrieve the stolen equipment. It looks like this is actually a continuous event. Yeah, this is one of those continuous world events that kind of chains, so that's kind of cool. There's a couple of these. Usually they tend to end in a raid-like boss fight. I don't know where that guy just went. Probably despawned or something stupid. Happens periodically, We're gonna murder that guy? No, he's just chilling. I guess we're not gonna murder him. Guess we're gonna do this for the rest of the video. I was planning on showing off World v World, but I guess I can do a separate video for that. There's gonna be a lot of videos of this. I don't know how many videos, probably. I didn't want to pick up that sledgehammer actually, so put that back down. But probably a decent amount of them. I guess we have to defend these guys, is that what we're doing? Looks like they're named, so they're gonna have a lot more hit points than just any old soldier, which is perfectly fine by me. Just mass murder this guy. By the way, every world event revolves around killing something, as far as I've seen so far. So what are we doing here? If you manage to pick one up, bring it to me. So we're picking up these sledgehammers? Is that what we're picking up?
Accepted.
Yes.
Bring anything else you find to me.
I've contributed one. There's another sledgehammer. Yeef. Yeef sledgehammer now. So now you can see everyone wandering around picking up these sledgehammers.
Bring anything else you find to me.
Cooperating without actually cooperating. Gotta help this guy out here. Grab that sledgehammer. Someone grab that sledgehammer. I think I was the one who got it, or maybe we all got it, I don't know. Drop that over there. By the way, people with yellow names are non-aggressive. They're not exactly friendly. Stuff like deer in the forest and whatnot will do that, so they won't attack you unless you attack them. Things with red names, however,
bring anything else you find to me.
Will attack on... If you get anywhere near them, they will attack you. What was that? I don't know what that was about. There's another sledgehammer. It is all that does it. You just have to be in a certain perimeter around it, I guess. Which is fine. We can deal with that. For now, though, we're doing sledgehammer runs. Whee! Let's help this guy out. You see what I mean, though? Although I did just steal a sledgehammer. But regardless, people just run up and start helping you. At least I do. He's probably gonna grab that one, yeah. Is he? Yeah, there he goes. He actually backed off a little bit to see if I would grab it, which is fine. This AFK guy's getting shot. He can deal with that at the moment. It looks like these guys are actually dropping sledgehammers for this event. That seems like it might kill you. Did he drop a sledgehammer? No, he didn't. That sucks. Maybe this guy will. He didn't, but he dropped 2 broken claws of amazingness. Right over here. I don't know how many of these we have to do, but world events tend to be fairly large on the scale of something that you have to do. I need to find a wider area. Let's actually run to the other guy over here. If I can find him or get to him. There's a gear. I don't know what that gear's for. It's probably for the area quest that was in this place. So, there he is. He's actually over here fighting stuff. Good job, bro. Good job. Is he gonna drop a sledgehammer? Because that would be convenient. He didn't. Am disappointed. Are you an enemy? I don't know. Is there sledgehammers somewhere in the area? Good lord. We need more sledgehammers. You need to stop running around. There you go. Wow, he just did a ton of damage to that guy. You, sir. You do a lot of damage. Is that Iron Legion soldier getting sledgehammers? It looks like he actually is. That's cool. That's an NPC doing the NPC's quest. Good God, we've got NPC-ception. NPC-ception. There we go. NPC-ception. Woo! Alright. So there's a few problems I have with this game. One of them is repetition. It's an MMORPG. I kind of expected that. The other one is there's a few bugs at the moment. Did I get sledgehammer? I did. Alright. Some dude's trying to murder me. It looks like there's another one. There's a few bugs in regards to guilds and parties and stuff like that. It's nothing minor. It doesn't break the game at the moment. I think there were a few points where guild invites were broken. But I believe that appears to be mostly fixed. There's the Iron Legion guy again. He's dead. I don't know, sledgehammer, it's a rusty scrap. Some of the animations are a little bit finicky. Again, it's nothing that breaks the game. The storyline bit sequence thingies, that like the oil painting with the characters standing on it, how they tell a storyline, kind of get a little bit old. We got another miner's bag. They kind of get a little bit old, kind of fast. There's another rusty scrap. I don't want your rusty scraps, bro. I don't want your rusty scraps. But other than that, I'm actually greatly enjoying the game. I like the way the action feels. Is that soldier again? In that it feels very active. There's rolling around raid fights, even though you don't get your first actual dungeon until 30. I didn't want to mine that. Okay. I don't have an iron pickaxe on me. I have a copper one, so I can't mine iron.
Bring anything else you
Which
find.
is kind of saddening, but whatever. But overall, I've been having some good fun with it. It's an enjoyable experience. I don't have a guild. I haven't partied with anyone yet. The only person on my friends list is actually Infected Crow. So that's good news there. I want another sledgehammer, so... There's a few instances like this one where they could have made the items spawn a little bit better. I mean, there's obviously plenty of spawns. In fact, there's 2 right there, so that's good. But they're kind of oddly placed, and or there's not enough of them for the amount that you need to gather. Because, I mean, right now, I've already given him 14. I imagine there's several other people that have given him just as much. And we're still not done with this bit, which is kind of ridiculous. And I'm going to need to murder you, sir, because you're standing on my sledgehammer. I hope you don't mind.
Strong.
I feel strong, yes, yes. But other than that, the voice acting is pretty good. I like the fact that there is voice acting in this game, which, you know, it's an MMO. I wasn't coming in expecting voice acting, but there you go, we got it. You there. I've got another one for you, conveniently placed right here. I don't know why they couldn't go pick them up, but whatever. I should have had these guys wandering around. That would have made it cooler.
If you find another one, bring it to me.
I think so, anyway. Although maybe they are, because he did just run over there and do something. Maybe he just picked up a sledgehammer. I'm not really sure. It looked like he did, because I did... That guy picked one up. I like that little touch. Little touches like that are kind of cool. Makes everything look far more alive rather than just a programmed NPC that just walks around in a circle around the town. Everything looks better. I know he's just a programmed NPC that just walks between sledgehammers and that guy, but still, it adds a nice touch to the NPCs that look like they're actually trying to help you.
If you find another one,
Is that another one back there? It is. Which, you know, it's little touches. It's nothing that's gonna make the, look at the chat. It's not something that's gonna make or break the game, but it is something that adds a nice feel to the environment or the area or the people in it and stuff like that. There's probably another one over there. Oops. Also, because we are feline-like people, we tend to run like feline-like people. So he'll get down on all fours after you run for a while.
make sure nothing gets left behind. Got it. If you find another one, bring it to me.
Also, for these collection things, it'll when you fill it up, it'll actually give you a little bit more to get more sledgehammers or whatever your collectible item is back to your NPC dude
Find another one,
for some bonus loots. So I hit 20. I don't really feel like doing any more than 20, so we're just gonna mass murder some people here. Because who doesn't like murdering dredge excavators? I guess dredge is like their race or whatever that is they do. One would assume. Look at him heal. Also, you heal very, very quickly outside of combat, just so you know. So, if you're out of combat, don't worry about using your heal spells or whatever. Let me see if I can get this back to this guy. There we go.
Find another one, bring it to me.
Don't worry about doing that, because quite frankly, you'll heal really quickly regardless. So, I got a gold for that, so another 650 experience, some more karma. I want to kill this guy here real quick, and then warp out. There we go, we will warp to... I'm not in combat. Game? Game! Am I out of combat yet? There we go. I just had to wait a little bit. At the bottom here you can see my exploration of the various things. There's another world event happening in a thatwardly direction. You can see people running towards it. World events are a good way to get experience, so is crafting and stuff like that. In fact, I'm going to deposit collectibles. I don't think I have anything I need to equip. I have a bunch of these bags, though. Some of those bags gave me money, which is pretty cool. There's a focus. Alright, so this is all the equipment I have, which is apparently quite a bit. So I'm going to do sets real quick. There's my staff, there's some of my old armor. +5 vitality. Mighty worn scale coat of Drinth? I don't know, but that's actually part of a set, it looks like. But like the Soulbind, sure. Vital Greatsword. Malign Steam Trident, which is an underwater weapon. Let's equip that. There's a mace right there. So I'm actually going to swap back to the mace. That's the exact same thing I'm wearing. So you can see my my stuff swapped over. So now I've got that, which will protect me, and if I get hit it'll do a counterattack like that. I've got an AoE heal and damage. Heal for us, damage for them. And then I've got my standard attack here, which if I'm in combat will auto loot for me. If I'm not, I'll just do this. But I've still got my shield, so I still have those shield skills, which is all fine and dandy by me. There's the world event. There's also a world event that's down here with a really big, like, ogre or troll or something, and he just demolishes me. That's why that waypoint's always contested. There's a big area that's over here that's usually under attack. So good stuff like that, but drop out, check my mail, and get my stuff for finishing that quest, and check this actually. So I've got 4 slot skills. That's not enough for this 3rd tier. Teleport to the nearest ally with the lowest health and create a healing area. I think that's what I'm actually going to get. That unlocks to level 20, so I'm almost got that. So I'll have a heal teleport, a damage teleport, and then, because I don't have a short sword anymore, I don't have that teleport. Oh well, we'll survive. But let's go ahead, click World versus World. I'm not going to be able to... Oh, we actually got some stuff. I'm not going to be able to show you a lot because, quite frankly, Jade Quarry is just demolishing us. So we'll go ahead, probably head to Fort Aspenwood Borderlands, because that's probably the ones we actually took back. Quite frankly, it's our